Camden's Field Notes, June 24, 2023. Overcast and warm. My outfit for the day: black paint-stained pants, LL Bean socks, and a t-shirt reading, "The forest belongs to every living thing," as well as Blundstone boots, both practical and stylish. Perfect attire for a moody June afternoon. I was out the door after a healthy serving of jitter juice and a buttered bagel. Simple and bland, but energy providing. Hazelnut Salem beside me, eager to be outside. In one hand, my Nalgene water bottle, and in the other, Hazel's purple 5-foot lead. As long as it is nice out and doesn't rain, I think I'll be okay. I made it about 200 yards to Big Elk Lake, surrounded by dense vegetation, and sat down propped up against one of the lower arms of an old white pine. I reclined without purpose and let Hazel off the leash, as she was itching to part the fragmented black rhombus of a group of water striders on the glassy water's surface. The air this afternoon is warm, but the breeze makes it cooler than yesterday, and the lake is still frigid. In it, I can see Hazel's reflection. Not bad, eh? The water laps against the shore near me in repetitive cadence. I haven't explored this lake's creeks and tributaries, but I have an inkling that it is connected in some indirect way to Lake Superior, the largest freshwater lake in the world, similar to the way I am connected to nature in some indirect way. Lake Superior, or as it's known to the rightful natives, Ketchakume, meaning great water. The water levels are up right now from the record snowfall in Price County this past winter, increasing the surface level of the water and depriving a few saplings and their roots the oxygen needed for cellular respiration, an important step in photosynthesis, where the young tree takes sugar and oxygen and converts it into carbon dioxide and water. The quaking aspen that have taken root just a few feet further inland are faring better. Summer just started, but in the North Woods, harsh fall is already around the bend. I'm sure the beavers are already beginning lodge renovations, hard at work, insulating their fortresses with mud, preparing for higher winds, deep snow, and impending frozen temperatures that the nearing season will bring. Above my head and around me, northern white cedars crash into each other, grasping at each other's limbs like two opposing rival American football teams interlocked in a nail-biter. The paper birch's outer layer seems to have been the victim of a bored house cat's handiwork. The biting flies hang out where it's cool, so I'm forced to move to a less shady spot, where we both keep our distance. A welcome stretch of my legs, really. On the other side of the lake, the canopy is dominated by conifers with fan-shaped needles. White pine and black spruce mostly, but also with paper birch, a handful of dogwood, some silver maple, common elder, and bald cypress. I imagine there used to be a speckling of eastern hemlock as well, but the woolly adelgids have made them scarce. Even in the summer, the alkaline makes it difficult for most flowers to grow here. The only color is yellow, produced by volunteer weeds. Everything that is capable of thriving here has specifically adapted to the environment. I must do the same. Hazel and I are not alone. Our ears are filled with the song of the red-winged blackbird, an environmental indicator that the area is naturally doing well. A strangely peaceful feeling, knowing that it is more their home than mine, and I am just passing through as they sing me well wishes. There is one particular blackbird periodically making aviation lasers low above the water near my current perch. 22 geese in total have now settled on the lake a ways offshore, half of which are young and have not developed their coal-colored neck and head. All of us are here only for the summer. Hazel is now playing a rough-and-tumble game with a piece of driftwood she absconded from the tangled brush under a cedar. The red-winged blackbird has taken notice. They can be a touch territorial, and I believe Hazel and I have inched into infringement on his comfortability. He is possibly setting up suitable lodgings for a hopeful mate, and Hazel and I stumbled along and interrupted. A misunderstanding, really. So we are moving to a third spot along the shore further away, where he and I can enjoy each other's company at a mutually comfortable distance. Unfortunate he cannot sense our harmless intentions, but we are happy to relocate anyway, out of respect. I wonder if he thinks about his nearing departure for winter as much as I do. I wonder who will cover more miles on the way to the south. Perhaps I'll follow his lead and parallel the Mississippi River as he flies above in the great migratory airway. His journey will cover approximately 800 miles as the crow flies. His flock is sure to share the airspace with starlings and cowbirds, traveling during the day and resting at night near cliffsides, creeks, and Georgia swamps. We very well may unknowingly cross paths again on our travels. Price County is home of the ruffed grouse capital of the nation, specifically the neighboring town of Park Falls. They will stay there for the winter. I'll miss seeing them around, but I'm happy they have a forever home. I reach out and snap a long aquatic weed and fashion it into a suitable length to chew on and satiate my oral fixation. Reminder to start cross-stitching again. A passive job to alleviate my mental fixation of overthinking. Leaves and twigs are floating idly on the water. Insects create the appearance of a sparkle on my side of the lake. There is similar movement atop the water on the far side of the lake. It is a soft rain starting, and it's headed our way. Come on, Hazel. It's time to go, Special.